Right, now I'm going to play a tiny bit, or sight read a tiny bit, of the very famous Nocturne. Nocturne, of course, means night piece, and of Chopin in E flat major, and show you how he uses those sixths. And you will notice even when I sight read, I don't play things exactly in time. And that's what we call rubato, and Chopin used a lot of that. I will demonstrate just now what it's like to not use rubato, and I just want to point out one other thing that you can remember if you're a beginner Chopin player. But let's just listen, and I'll point out some sixths to you. Now this piece starts with the sixth. Right. There were a whole lot of sixths there. This is a sixth. And then in the left hand he has the sixth. And another sixth. There's just a note in between. And a sixth again. And the sixth again. Okay, another sixth. I'm not going to point out all of them. And another sixth there. So you can see it's all just sixths. And lastly, second lastly, I'm going to play also quite a nice beginner's piece, the Raindrop Prelude by Chopin. It's in D flat major, and he uses a sixth right in the beginning, but there's just a note in between, but it's almost like an ornament. It's like a passing note. So that's a sixth. Listen to this. Now there were a whole lot of sixths in this. That. All of this, these are sixths. All of these are sixths. Again. All the sixths. Alright, that's another sixth. Alright. So you can see how often he uses sixths in his works. But you also get other works like the Polonaise in A major, for example, where he uses sixth, but he doesn't use it to start off a piece. That gives it this very haunting, sound. Now, I did say for the beginners, well, this is a video for beginners, that I was going to show you how it sounds if you don't play with rubato. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, 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 bum. This is of course with rubato, but I've already played it. And something the beginner Chopin players must also be careful of is, it's very tempting to do, is to make a habit of playing the left hand just slightly ahead of the right hand. Sometimes it has a good effect, but if you do it all the time, it doesn't really work. So if you start together. Can you hear the left hand is just ahead of the right hand? Sounds good there. Did you hear that? It's good for an effect, but only use it now and then. Alright, and then lastly I thought I would just improvise something with a lot of sixths then. So see if you can spot the sixth. Let me see. I can start with something like this. In other words, not what Chopin does very often, but the other way around. And I'm going to use a lot of sixths, but I'm not going to stop and point it out to you. Perhaps just at the end. I wish one of you could give me a theme of a few notes, and then I will actually make something up. But I'm just going to improvise on the spot now. I won't carry on for too long. I won't get carried away. Now, I just want to point out what I did right at the beginning, I beg your pardon, at the end. This. sixth. For somebody who's learning to improvise, it's actually a very good technique to use. I do it just naturally. I never learned to improvise. I just did it. But I had to find out how to teach people how to improvise. So I have written down some things to teach someone how to improvise, and one of the things to end off with actually would be lovely sixth. Please remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, please. I hope you enjoyed this.